Welcome back, everyone. We get to finally talk about the last Apple Watch that I actually have to review before I reviewed all of them this year, and this one is the Apple Watch Series 5. Now, this is actually probably the least hyped up Apple Watch. I think, there's some really cool advantages to pick it up and everything, but in all honesty, if you have even an Apple Watch Series 2, I think it's still a very good watch in my opinion. I was using the Apple Watch Series 2 last year up until like 2 months ago, and I love that thing. It was a very good solid watch. I switched to the Series 4, that was great. I'm having a really good time with it, but my Apple Watch Series 5, I'm using it, I like it, but I'll probably end up switching back to my Series 4 just because there's so little differences between them, if any at all. Now looking on the front, there are two different models, okay? So there's the 40mm one that's a little bit smaller, then there's the top tier 44mm one that's a little bit bigger. So it really comes down to which one you like. Do you like the smaller one? Do you like the bigger one? But at their core, they have the exact same features for the most part. Now, pricing wise, you can still pick this thing up for, less than what it's retailing for brand new. And I'll leave a link to the cheapest one I find on Amazon in the description below so you can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now, on the front of them, depending on which one you get, you either get the 1.7-inch panel or you get a little bit bigger. The resolution is about the same too, the 448 pixels, and it still has Force Touch, 3D Touch, whatever. It still has the 1000 nits brightness, which is really cool. Now, with the Apple Watch Series 5, there's a really cool feature of having an always-on display. Basically, it's a display that is always on if you can't tell. And what's really cool about that is that you don't have to go and do this awkward wrist motion of looking at it, then looking away, and then whatever. With the always-on display, the watch's face is always on, and you can set what's on, what's not. And from there, you can obviously still look at the watch and turn it on and everything, but it really doesn't even suck up that much battery life either, which is a really, really good thing. And that was one of the biggest differences coming from the Series 4. Now, honestly, if you have a Series 4, going to Series 5 still isn't a bad thing either. A really big thing about the Series 5 is that software updates will still come to the Series 5 a little bit longer than the Series 4. Now, the Series 4 is still getting updates, the Series 2 still got updates, so these watches are going to last for a while as well. But it's still a really good thing to kind of set yourself up for the future. And if you get the Series 5, that'll definitely get you longer software support for a longer period of time. So keep that in mind. That's one of the biggest advantages. Now, I will tell you this. One of the main things that I use my Apple Watch for on a daily basis is pretty much responding to texts. It's pretty much looking at phone calls, looking at text, sometimes responding to text as well. And I've always felt like ever since my Series 3, my watches have been really, really nice at managing my texts and allowing me to actually go and respond back in way better intuitive ways, like talking to it or typing to it or whatever. And I'll tell you this, if you have a bigger face watch like the 44mm one, I'd probably recommend getting that one just because of the size and the amount of real estate that you have on your watch face. By doing that, it's a little bit more expensive, but I'd probably recommend that. But every single thing I tested on my Apple Watch Series 5, it ran perfectly fine. It felt about the same as my Series 4. I don't even know if there's a speed increase or anything like that, but it's still a very, very fast device. I still feel like it can handle everything I throw at it, which is perfectly good. And like I said, you're not running games on your Apple Watch. You're not doing anything crazy. So it's not like a phone or a MacBook or a laptop or something. All you're doing is just looking at it, responding to a couple of things. And I'm curious to hear, what are your guys' usages on a daily basis? Do you do a lot of crazy things on your watch? Do you demand a lot from it? Or are you okay with just looking at some things here and there, checking the time, and then putting your watch away? That's another humongous thing to keep in mind. Now, battery life has been really good on this one too. I think it might be a little bit better than my Series 4, but I think my Series 4 battery life had like a damage to it or something. I don't know what's going on with it. But with the Series 5, I was still able to get multiple days of use out of it, which is really, really good. A humongous highlight, especially for a device like this. You want it to last as long as possible, and when you have a device that, especially a watch, that you don't have to worry about charging every single day, that's a humongous highlight. I had my first Apple Watch, even my Apple Watch Series 2. One of its biggest disadvantages was the battery life. I would have to go and charge it all the time, at least once a day. If I was doing heavy things, if I was working out a lot, and if I was using my watch, that would probably make me charge it at least earlier than usual. It'd probably die by the end of the day. So with the Series 5, either smaller or bigger one, you're getting a lot of value, especially when it comes down to that battery life. If you currently don't own an Apple Watch, I will tell you, getting an Apple Watch will help you out so much. It's just so seamless. You don't even realize it's there, and the amount of input and value that you can get from it really will mend you and mold you to keeping it, in my opinion. So I still think the Apple Watch Series 5 is completely worth it, but I will tell you, if you're on a budget or something, I'd recommend getting the Apple Watch Series 4. That thing will get you from point A to point B times 10. It's about the same thing as the Apple Watch Series 5 in probably the most amount of ways. And there's quite a bit of price decrease getting an Apple Watch Series 4 than getting a brand new Apple Watch Series 5. So that's really pretty much it, guys. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys to check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.